up, guys? Welcome to the flagship episode of High Beam Hauntings. Yes, I know your minds all went in the gutter, and that's fine. But we struggled to come up with a name for this new venture. We're going to call it a venture because for the last few years, Sass and I have been gallivanting around the country to events, to conventions, to gem shows, etc. And we always seem to find ourselves in weird fucking places. So this first episode is going to be us kind of talking about some of our favorite places that we visited and some of the places that maybe made a lasting impact in a good way or a bad way. And then some like, absolutely not, I don't ever want to go there again places, because there've been a handful of that. So do we start with absolutely not, I don't want to go there? Or do we start with, I want to start with your favorite place we've been so far. I know it's hard, right?
Right? I don't know. I think to date that one of our recent places has been the most active for me personally. But I'm gonna say literally the old shop.
Yeah.
My favorite places, because it's like the only place that I've actually like been chill with the other things that are going on.
Yeah.
I remember that one instance where I had just gotten off a work call and I was in the back and I went to light up and take a smoke break, and the door opened like, and your time is done. Really? Really, dude? You heard that whole conversation? You couldn't let me get a couple puffs? Like, what is wrong with you?
I'm gonna have to splice that video in.
Yeah. So I think of all the okay, you are a magical unicorn antenna for the ghosties and the boogers. I'm not gonna say it.
You just say it. Just get it out of your face. Go ahead.
You're a booger beacon. Just draw them all to you. So like everywhere we go, I know you just said like we end up in some really strange and creepy and wonderful, amazing places. But everywhere we've been is like, there was a rest stop in the middle of freak nowhere.
Okay, now to be fair, you had a hanger on, a fucking hitchhiker that we had to get rid of.
And that's where I learned one of my many, many life lessons that I still struggle with today. It's like popping a toddler. That one popped hard.
So let's talk about that, because that is actually a place that I really don't care if I ever go again. And I hate that I feel that way about that place. So when
I saw, I conquered, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I'm not conquered, I think I survived, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Done. I'm
and
good.
Some of you guys that have followed us, you may know exactly what place we're talking about. So and once I say it, all of you will. We were coming back from Tucson in 2024 from the gem show, and we had an extra a little bit of time, and there were two places we wanted to visit.
We were willing to steal time because we were stressed out.
Yeah.
We didn't have extra time. I rebuked that. Like, there was no extra time. We were going to force it because we deserve to be happy too, damn it.
Yeah. So we had to make a decision between this national park that has all of these crazy stone people, like little people everywhere, or Tombstone. And so we were like, fuck, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And we ended up choosing Tombstone. I love all of you guys in Tombstone, but let me just say we chose wrong. We chose wrong. We got there just in time to almost miss the little show in the OK Corral. The guy in the gift shop was not super nice or welcoming or anything. So we go out, we tour around the blacksmith shop, the OK Corral, and this girl
was playing a role. He was really kind of creepy. He looked like he kind of acted like he drove the hearse that he was sitting beside.
I think
I'm hoping that was a role he was portraying
I
because
don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
I want to give like mm, I don't know.
I'm gonna call it like I see it. But this girl over here, this girl over here, not moi, this girl over here. We're outside and we're looking at stuff, and there's like the horse, the stables, and the blacksmith shop, and there's where it doesn't exist anymore, but the outside of the sheriff and the undertaker and so on. This woman starts touching shit, and she's like, "Oh my god, come fill this mine cart." Yeah,
I'm,
go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm a
Go ahead.
texture person. I'm a textile person. Like there's foods I won't eat because they feel in my mouth. You know, like there's clothes I won't wear because I don't like the way they touch my skin. So that's how I relate to the world. Like I want to touch all the trees. I want to touch all the. I just want the people to go away, but I want to touch all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
So she's like, "Come touch this mine cart. It's vibrating." I'm like, "Maybe don't do that. Like, maybe don't do that." She did that. I'm like,
Like you could almost feel it busting down the rails. Like it felt like it was moving along iron rails.
mm-hmm.
Things I don't know.
And then we walk over to the OK Corral. So where the gunfight actually happened, there are mannequins there. And so you come around the corner and you're not prepared. And it's like a bunch of mannequins, and they all have white eyeballs because the sun bleach, and those were creepy as everything. I'm not gonna lie, that might have been the creepiest part of it. And then we start hearing this commotion and scuffling or whatever. The guy didn't bother to tell us that there was a reenactment every certain amount of time. So we get there right in time to almost miss the reenactment. We didn't go in and sit, we were standing outside. And to be honest, after that, I was ready to go. I was ready to go. We didn't though. Like we went and walked through Doc Holliday's old room, which was really cool, and some of the things about the massacres and stuff that had happened there, which it makes me really sad to see that, but at the same time I love that they had that displayed there for the Native Americans that were there.
Yes, and I honestly, I'm not sure if it was the iron rail cart or touching all those pictures because they both left me with a lasting impression.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, we went down the road and the printing press left me with a lasting impression.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
Yeah, we one of the things when you get a ticket to go see all the shit outside the OK Corral, you also get to go down to the old newspaper, and you get a free copy of the newspaper or whatever. So of course we had to go do that. But I was ready to go because and this is my personal experience. So some of you guys are like, "I love Tombstone." Please don't take it as me shitting on Tombstone. This is my experience there, okay? So because because I see, hear, feel, smell all of the things when I'm in a place like that. And it wasn't that I was trying to be open to it, but I started feeling really heavy and I started getting angry. Like I started getting angry, and it was weird. I'm just not an angry person unless I'm sick, but I just started getting angry, and I realized like where these people died, they are reenacting the exact moment these people died. And not just once, but yeah, over and over, multiple times a day. I would be fucking pissed too.
But not only that, that's layered on top of where natives were literally just slaughtered.
Mm-hmm. Massacred, yeah.
And every culture but natives, and I'm not even gonna say Native Americans, I'm gonna say natives particularly are very in tune with the land, whether it's good land, it's bad land, in that they have a way of assigning things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And elementals, egregore, whatever you want to call it, great spirits, protective spirits, like I'm whatever you want to call it in any religion, they have a way of assigning those things to the land, and you can't tell me no different, and that should scare you.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Well,
just
the other thing I was thinking about too, and I've thought about this a few times since that trip, that's all dirt, blowing dirt out there, you know? If you gun somebody down in a street, their blood's going to go all over that dirt. How are they going to go and pick up every little grain of that dirt? No, it's scattered everywhere. So anybody that passed away, whether it was at the OK Corral, street duel, stabbed in the saloon, whatever, or any type of massacre that happens there, that blood is in the ground. And so if you die in a way like that, where you're angry, you're upset, all this stuff, it's in the fucking ground. And it just, I don't know. It was a very weird feeling. And when we were ready to go, it's like we could not get to the car fast enough. We couldn't get out of town fast enough. And then, unbeknownst to us, the way we left town to go back over towards New Mexico was an area where they had chased Geronimo through. And that area is known for very weird natural disasters. And when we went down in this valley and we were going across there, I even remember I told her, like, I feel like I'm running from something. I feel like I'm running from something. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Right before this, right before we went down in this valley, there's a rest stop. That was the creepiest goddamn rest stop I've ever been at for multiple reasons.
Wait, you forgot a part. Like, I physically,
oh yeah,
like, the only way I can explain it was like I'm melting, like, not hot wise, but it felt like my existence was being sucked out of the soles of my feet. And I just started, like, I couldn't hold my eyes together. I couldn't hold my head up. Like, I was literally out. Like that.
yeah.
Like, within a minute or two, I went from da 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 da, like, poof, out. Like, it was wild.
Yeah. I think you were actually in the middle of a sentence when you fell asleep.
Girl, that's a whole new protection I didn't even know I needed. Like, I learned a lot.
Like, we got to this rest stop and I stopped because A, I had to pee, and B, the sunset going down behind us was just,
It
for
was
those of you guys that have never been to the Southwest, you've never been to the desert out there, please go. Please go. Don't be like, well, you just said Tombstone was terrible. No. Anywhere. I don't care. Anywhere. The fucking sunsets out there are magic. Like, they're just magic. And so please go experience that. Okay. So we get to this rest stop. It's up on top of a hill. You can see all the mountains back over here. You can see the sun going down. It's great. So we get out of the car and we go to the bathroom.
Wait, the sunset was not like your average, oh, that's a beautiful golden sunset. It was like
Blood.
all the different stages of blood kind of sunset. Like, it was all the reds and purples and blacky reds and black, like, oh,
crazy, gorgeous, phenomenal, creepy. I don't know. It was, I know I've got pictures. I'll put them in here when I edit this, but this is one time too, ghostly shit aside. This is one time too that I know I was thankful for having someone with me. We pulled up and there was a white van. And there were a couple of guys in the van that did not speak English and they didn't speak Spanish. I don't know what language it was, but they were yelling at the women going around. There was another lady there by herself, but she had a humongous German Shepherd. So we go to the bathroom and they're yelling, I guess I don't know what they're even yelling. So we come out of the bathroom and Sass is like, I'm going to take a couple of puffs off cigarette before we get in the car. Cool. So I walked over to take some photos at the edge of this gorgeous, like, scenic view spot to take photos of the sunset. And there's no one around me. Sass is probably 20 yards back where the car is in the van. Yeah. So she's like doing this with the guys in the van, right? So I'm over here.
Like, yeah. Not between y'all, but I'm like next to them. And you're kind of like in front of both of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I walk over there, I'm snapping pictures, and I hear footsteps crunching in the gravel behind me. I think it's Sass. So I turn around and there ain't no one there. So I just go, oh, you 100% need to enjoy the sunset. It is so beautiful. I just start talking to whoever is standing there because it was on this side, all my hair standing up. And I'm like, I said, I need to go get, like, I flat lied to this ghost, don't care. But I was like, I need to go get Sass so she can see this as well. I shit you not, I almost took off running. I was like, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, like, get in the car. Like, whatever hitchhiker got picked up in Tombstone got left at that rest stop. And when we took off, I felt like I was running, like we were running for our life from whatever it was that we left at that goddamn rest stop. And then we go through this fucking valley and we're both like, what the fuck? Like, she's even looking on the internet trying to find out. And then she finds out about, well, this is where they chased Geronimo through. There's all these crazy natural disasters, like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And then we come up out of the valley and there's a gas station and we needed to get gas and I needed to pee real bad because I didn't pee at the rest stop. That was the creepiest place too. It was like the only place there was light was right there inside. Even outside, there were lights on the gas pumps and stuff. It was fucking creepy. I walked in and it was like a Twilight Zone episode. And there were people that we had stopped with at the rest stop. And before that we had kept seeing their cars and they were there. And it was like,
are we stuck in the loop? Like, what the hell?
I don't know what's going on right now. Like, that probably was one of the most I'm in a Twilight Zone episode moments I've ever had in my life. Y'all, when I say we got in the car and we fucking sped our asses toward White Sands, you don't even know. We rolled into our Airbnb like super fucking late because I really feel like we lost time in that valley. I really do. I really do.
Like from Tombstone to that final rest stop, that one,
the final rest stop.
No, even the people in there were weird and they were all complimenting us like crazy.
Yes.
It was like, oh, I love your vibe. Oh, I liked it, like all of them, and it was just like, oh, I want to go home.
And so I know some of you guys are like, oh, well, they were just being nice.
They were, but it was 1 + 2 = get a Sass is scary. I don't know if y'all know this or not. My friend lures me into these situations.
Lures.
It becomes addictive after a minute, but my friend, like, I don't like to be scared. I'm a survivor. First and
I like that you said I lure you into places. But so when we go places and we stop at, we like loves because the bathrooms are always clean and, but when we stop at places to get gas or whatever, we usually get stared at. I'm used to being stared at because I look the way I look and I usually have, all tattoos and crazy ass boots and shit. I get it. And I don't give a fuck. Like, stare all you want. And usually there's one person at least that's like, oh, I love your boots. I love your hair. Whatever. This was every single fucking person in there, except for the cop. And he just stared the fuck out of us the entire time. And then went and got in his car and stared the fuck out of us.
It was very like every 80s movie, bad cop meets a stranger ever in life kind of scenario. Yeah, that. Yeah,
it was very creepy. Like, that right there could be its own horror story with a little bit of a tweak. I mean, seriously, it could. That was, I don't know. I don't know. Even thinking about it, it makes me feel like I'm going to throw up and shit myself at the same time. Like, the anxiety that comes just from talking about that stretch, that incident. I mean, the Tombstone Valley incident.
Like, that was scary. And just thinking about that, like, scares me for our upcoming places. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that we're talking about that because that's kind of why we wanted to call it High Beam Hauntings. We also have taken a jaunt down the Devil's Highway. We fell in love with Route 66 and some of the crazy places on Route 66. And we started hitting places on Atlas Obscura off the road and stuff. And so it's not just that we go to haunted locations. It's not just that we go to haunted hotels or haunted houses or, have a haunted shop or whatever. We have had a lot of experience on the highway itself, on the road itself. I was taught as a kid that like the road's alive, like the road is a thing, the road's alive. And so High Beam Hauntings.
Well, think about it. Think about your energy when you're on like a vacation or you're stressed driving to work all day. Think about all the conversations you have had in the car. Think about, the emergencies you've tried to get to, the accidents that have happened along the highway. Like all of that is different forms of energy.
Yeah.
Packed into asphalt. What was that?
I just watched a whole circle of smoke come up in front of my face, and that's what I was like, okay, Dad.
I saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, wait. It came right at you.
It did, like literally right in front of my face. Like, okay, Dad. You could have your camera time.
But yeah, the on the go. I say she's a booger beacon. I don't care what she says. She attracts the no-nos.
Why is my camera out of focus? Why is my camera suddenly out?
It's the doll, I swear.
It's funny you say that. I was fixing to say we should name her Beverly.
She came into focus before you did.
I know. She's going with me. She's going with us.
Yeah. Beverly, listen.
I think Beverly's a good name. I don't know. I do need to put out a video and let people vote on it though, because like everybody's been asking on the lives. Girl, I'm gonna start picking up dolls. We're gonna start naming the dolls.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Yes,
we're not.
No. Yes, we are.
Then they go in a glass case.
I'm gonna buy a graveyard. We're gonna have a doll on each one of the graves. It's gonna be great. You can go make an homage to the dolls.
Yes. I object.
Let's do it. Yes.
I object. I don't.
Haven't you ever heard of Doll Island? Let's go to Doll Island, Sass. Let's go to Doll Island.
No, that is Sass's like top, like.
Why? We'll go during the day. We'll go during the day.
Why?
I want to go at night, but we'll go during the day.
My mama don't like.
Let's go to Doll Island. She does though. You know why? Because I send her strawberries and roses.
She doesn't like you. Full arrangements. Rude.
Like that Justin Bieber song, "My Mama Don't Like You," and she likes everyone except your mom don't like anybody.
She does. I think. Somebody out there.
That's your new shirt. We're gonna make merch for Sass that just says "My Mama Don't Like You."
I mean, she really don't.
Mom says.
We could do a whole novel series on what Meemaw says.
Girl, I got a whole line of merch ready for you. It's gonna start with "My Mama Don't Like You."
Like you.
And we'll put a doll on it.
Girl, why? Why you doing?
Because it's funny.
Dolls are creepy. Dude.
What about a voodoo doll? What if I put a voodoo doll on it?
You know what dolls were created for? They were never designed to be toys at all.
As effigies.
They were designed to house the spirits of your loved one. Look at the smoke coming up in your face. To house the spirits of your loved ones, so that if they were to raise from the dead, they would have a vessel. No.
Come on. What could go wrong?
Do you know my friend? Do you know my friend at all?
I couldn't even get that out without.
Do you know my friend at all?
Like I couldn't even get that out without laughing.
Let me tell you about my witchy heifer friend.
Not even without laughing. good as
I
fuck.
don't know. It's so addictive. It scares the shit out of me.
So are you excited, without saying too much,
I'm
are
like,
you excited about the new place that's going to be the thing? The
wait a
new
minute.
shop, the new place? Are you
Oh yeah.
excited about that?
Um, kinda. Yes.
You put kinda. Huh, huh.
So you know how I said the shop was like my favorite of all the little hunty places because we developed an understanding early. Like
Yes.
that's your space. I got that. Like I won't go over there. Don't fuck with
Mhm,
me, dude. We're good. You
mhm.
know, like I got chill with the spirits there. Never had that kind of situation before, but it was like, all right, y'all stay over there. I'll stay over here. We're good. Even the time they were playing with my ponytail, making it bounce. Like, all right, listen, I don't go around bouncing your shit. Leave me alone. You know, it was completely chill. The place we're going, however, I don't know how many people live in the yard or in the
Mhm.
buildings.
We gonna find out.
I just don't get along with a lot of people. It's rare, is what I'm saying. So I feel like I don't talk to those like you do. But I feel like if I did talk to ghosts, that we wouldn't all like each other like that. I'd probably piss a few of them off, you know?
Mhm.
I come across as aggressive a lot of times. That's what people tell me. I don't know why. Like, I love you from all the way from my pinky toe. Like I don't think I think that it would be hazardous to my health. See,
But here's the thing, like, when I open the shop,
I'm excited. I'm
like,
excited for it.
when I open the shop, but before we open to the public, like, from August to October, whatever, I took time every single day, and I did this after we opened too. Don't think I didn't, but I took time every single day. My favorite thing was to be in there, to open the shop up when no one else was in there, and I could go in and I could say, "Good morning, guys. Like, what can I do for you today? What kind of music are we playing today?" And I learned a lot about the history of the building itself. And we already knew that there was someone that had passed away just from natural causes upstairs. And so we already knew a little bit of the history. And so
I did a
I
lot to honor that.
yes, and I think that that's what people forget, because over my life I've met a lot of people that have haunted locales, that have places, that have spirits, that whatever. And I know people that they go to these locales and stuff too as investigators or anything like that. And Hell House is a really good example. Angie, the lady that runs Hell House, she said several times, like, I don't ever have a problem being in there by myself. She's like, I know that there's a not nice thing in here. She's like, but I have such a good rapport and relationship with all the other ones that they keep that one at bay, because she goes in there just like I did at the shop, and she talks to them like they're here. She doesn't like get, she doesn't provoke, she doesn't do that kind of shit. And so I think people forget that. And this is why I like saying, like, it was their place long before it was my place, and it will be their place long after it's my place. Like, they existed there long before I came along. And it's just like having a roommate situation. Both of y'all have to be nice. Like, both of y'all have to be nice. I'm not saying that they are always nice, but it hurts my heart, my soul, my gut, whatever, a little bit when I see people that have bought a place that has an amazing history, that has entities, that has beings or whatever, and they're like, I want everything out. It's like they're protecting that property.
That's part of without saying too much. The place that you have chosen definitely is still inhabited.
I mean, do you think I would not find a place that was inhabited?
I don't know how else to get around saying that. However, it's also a parallel in practices
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that can go one or two ways. So yes, I'm excited. I just don't know if we're gonna stay up in there too long. Like, yeah, I don't know if I want to hang out there for the long. Like, I'm excited, I'm scared shitless. I don't know what it is about being friends with you, dude. I ain't never been so happy to be so scared. Like this stupidest damn ever. It's stupid. Cause I always like want to watch ghost hunters on TV, but I don't want don't breathe on me or talk to me or come out. Like I don't really care for all that. Like you. I like to see other people get it. And here you go dragging my ass all in here. And now I'm addicted. Like it's stupid. I want my mama.
I love, so whenever I think it was when we were on our way home from Pennsylvania, and she was talking about all of the experience that she had in the Doss house while I'm unconscious on the couch in there. And
That would have to be my second favorite. Yeah.
and we were talking about some of the stuff at Hell House, and even as we've been going through the evidence for both of those places, and seeing shit that we didn't see in the moment, and having our minds just blown with stuff. That's one thing. She was like, that was so fun, I can't wait to do it again. I said, it's addicting, isn't it?
Dude.
It's addicting.
It's addicting. Like it's what's the saying? It's all shit and giggles till somebody giggles and shits. Like one of these days. Girl, I don't feel so like you just don't know. I don't gamble well. I don't gamble well. Like I know luck runs out eventually.
Well, I don't think it's luck. I think that, and this is why there are
It's
certain,
luck, but I
TV
know.
shows that I love, that I'll watch, that I like to watch. There are certain investigators that I really respect. Why is my camera going in and out? That I really respect how they do it. I respect them, right? And then there are some that I don't care if I ever meet you or not. In fact, I don't want to meet you. I don't want to meet you, because I don't want to be around any of the shit that you've got attached to you, because you're a fucking ass. Because you go in there and you provoke and you're mean and you're hateful and you do whatever you can. And does it get a response? Yes. But think about it. If someone came into your house and they were like, oh, you're a little wiener bitch, like, oh, fuck you, ho. Okay. You're going to come at that person. And if they continue to stay in your space and you can't physically make them leave, and all they're doing is provoking you, yeah, you're going to react. You're going to react. And I personally don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Now, I have been in places where there's egregores, there's elementals, there are just hateful ass beings that are in there. And there's a way to deal with those too and be very firm and to cut off communication, but not that way. Not that way. And so that's one of the things I've been looking at as my manager has been booking all these events and these haunted places for us to go to and stuff, is who else is going to be there? Like, who else is going to be there? Like, I have a no-no list. And that, I hate saying that, but like, I have a no-no list.
Ooh, bitches be
Bitches be bitches. That's got to be a t-shirt too. Bitches be bitches. All right, that's done. I'll make that next.
There you go with your little orbs. Listen,
That was an orb too, because my incense is out. It's not smoking anymore.
So I can't take my eyes off homegirl back there, whatever her name gonna be. The least you can do, your friend over here, who you love and adore, is give her some good lighting, because she just gets creepier every time your thing. If I got to look at her, can you give her? No, never mind. Put it back. Put it back.
I love you.
Put it back.
Look at her milky eyes, how gorgeous they are. Look at her cute little footies. Look at, she even like can flap her little arms like a bird. So, well, she's not doing it now because I'm parading her. I'm so sorry. And she's got the gorgeous little grandma Babylon 5 haircut, and it's great. She's sitting by a big chunk of blue kyanite, and then this gorgeous like jasper skull that we got in Denver. Like, she's good. She's happy.
She's
Here,
good.
I'll give her the Egyptian cat to hang out with. Now she's even got a kitty cat.
So back there on the shelf, the lighting is kind of harsh on her.
I know.
And it doesn't do her any favors for not looking creepy AF.
Which is why I put her there.
She might need her own spotlight. Like, but back there.
I can't wait to get moved and get all my dolls out. It's so funny. When I was a kid, I did not like dolls. I loved Barbie, but I did not like dolls. And now I am obsessed with fucking dolls. All kinds.
Nah. Char has this doll in here, and it's a glass case, like a little glass dome. And I'm like, your creepy doll moved, because it's on like the bookcase. So I know it's not the doll moving in that one. It's where we have wood floors. So the bookcase that it's on top of is right in the path where the dogs run back and forth.
Yeah.
So it kind of like vibrates out, and I'm like, your doll needs to be moved. Get your creepy ass doll. I'm not about it. No, I don't want it to fall and break. It's a porcelain doll, but I don't.
Oh yeah.
Look at it either.
That's one thing. Like, I'm really careful. Vlad, what are you? I don't know what my cat's doing. He's weird. We've had storms here the last couple of days, and it's supposed to storm. We have 100% chance of storm tomorrow, and then probably snow on fucking Sunday. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, he's been whacking fucking weird. All my animals have been weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all stop fucking with the timelines. Whatever you're doing.
Did we talk about that last week?
Huh?
Did we talk about that last week?
I think I mean, animals are way more sensitive to magnetic fields, to solar flares, to energy, to everything. And I mean, mine act really weird for a period of time, and then they're normal, and then weird, and then normal. But it feels like the weird is getting more than the normal. Like, I don't like it.
So back to our experiences and our like overview. What's your favorite piece of evidence?
Oh, to be honest, the little girl in the basement.
Right. Okay. I was like, mine just happened. Oh my God.
Yeah, the little girl in the basement.
Was that the doll's house?
Yeah, that was the doll's house.
That was the doll's house. Yeah.
Like, I have some favorite things from Hell House when I filmed the show, but it hasn't been released yet. So, but yeah, I don't know. Actually, me in the basement of Hell House, that interaction with that being, I really loved that too. Like, even when we were going back over that footage, I was bawling. I was crying like a bitch. But yeah, the little girl.
Like, you didn't the hair tucked behind her. You're like,
yes. And the fact that Larissa walked right by her with the camera, and she was right there, and no one saw her. And I saw it when we were reviewing the evidence. And then when I backed it up and showed you, I loved watching your face when you recognized that it was a little girl. And I loved Shauna's reaction to it. Oh God.
I love like the end of that episode. You know, we had gone on and started talking about other stuff. And Shauna's like, but who's still thinking about little girl? I'm like, I am. And you're like, what little girl? And we're both like, oh, little girl. Jeez, did you not see that? That also creeps me out that she walked right up on it, and like there was nobody saw that until the review. As clear as it was, nobody saw it until the review. So in a way, like, that's kind of like, I need my space. But it's like amazing and fascinating to have it in a camera where a kid would hide, peeking around, looking at all the little light up things.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
The detail, like me doing this a minute ago was like, and that little girl, dude. What's your favorite piece of evidence? Because I know what mine has become.
Yes, that was just mind blowing. It was just mind blowing. And we haven't even gone through all the Hell House evidence yet, or some other evidence. Y'all have no idea. We have places Now, some of the evidence and some of the episodes that y'all are going to see are recent, right? So Doss House, Hell House, etc. And the way that this kind of podcast, this reality show, we're just going to call it what it is going to work is that you're going to get access to a lot of different things. Okay. So one, yes, we'll have a nice, cute, polished episode for you to watch, but let's say that we have the Doss House is a good example. We had right at a 2-hour episode or a 2-hour live before the equipment just died.
Right.
That 2-hour episode turned into 4 episodes. That 2-hour live turned into 4 episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, because of going back through, rewind that. Let me listen to that. Like, so one of the things with this that I wanted to show you guys is, and like, this is something like, I think with the Doss House evidence, you really saw this where, and the lives too, because people don't realize when you watch the TV shows, when you watch, Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures and all those things, they went and spent 8 to 10 hours at a place. They set up, they did the research, the travel there, they got everything ready, and then they set their teams up and they went in places, then they took a break, then they went different places, then they took a break, then they went different places, then they took a break. Like, it's not just that hour-long TV show that you see. That is a lot of work that goes into one single episode. And then on top of that, you have going through all the evidence.
Hours of audio and
yes.
video and yeah.
And sometimes you're not going to catch shit. You're sitting there. Yeah, you're sitting there for hours like, okay, there's nothing. This is boring. And then you're just dying for that one fucking piece of evidence that makes you go, oh, dude, look at this. You live for that moment. But what we want to show you guys is a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So with these episodes, yeah, you're going to get the coolest shit, but you're also going to get our commentary on it as we go through the evidence. You're also going to get behind the scenes stuff, like photos that we didn't have a place to put in the episode, blooper reels, like behind the scenes shit. We want you guys to see that.
So many of our experiences don't get caught on camera.
Yes. So that's got to change.
Unfortunately, like when we're setting up, when we're breaking down, when we're in the car traveling to and from, it's just when we weren't recording something, that something would happen.
Yeah.
To be able to share those experiences with you guys is like our travel from Tucson.
Yes.
Like, all of that was not on video. And I'm glad, because I literally felt like I was dying. But I was scared for my salvation. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared for my soul. I was scared. Anyway.
Well, one of the things that we decided as well with traveling now is that we're going to have a camera on all the time. We're going to have a camera on all the time. We have passed by places and been like, let's stop and just look at that. Let's take pictures there. Like Fort Apache. When we stopped at Fort Apache, and that place was that place was scary. I'm not going to lie. It was really cool.
Good. And it's been bad.
Yeah. But we want you guys to see those experiences as well, which is another reason why we use the play on words of high beam hauntings. Plus, damn well we're going to have some merchandise with the high beams on the come on now. But come on now. But what can I say?
Do you remember when we were, oh God, where were we? New Mexico, Arizona? And we were on the Chupacabra Highway where, it's dark. And all of a sudden there was a Spanish graveyard that was just like,
that's Hatch, New Mexico. I was just thinking about that.
Like, I was like, it was the most beautiful scene. Like, wow, the whole graveyard split up. Like, I just want to see it. Not from the highway. I just want to see it. Don't do that.
My lighter's gone. Yeah, we stayed
burned on the highway the hard way.
Actually, I think we've got that live event on. Oh, we should go through the evidence of that. We never went through the evidence at Hatch.
I've got so much video stuff. Yeah.
So we checked into the Airbnb, which was an old Spanish mission church, and we got to stay in it was creepy and phenomenal. And I was actually thinking about that a couple of days ago. That is one of the best night's sleep I've ever had on the road. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I felt safe. I don't know. But it's weird that we felt safe in there because we were in the priest's quarters, and this mission, my camera's doing weird shit. This mission actually had been an orphanage and stuff like that for a little bit, and had a very violent thing that happened in the church. Some people came in and broke in, murdered some people, stole a bunch of shit from the cathedral. There's also a body outside, like that we were sleeping right by. But okay, so that aside, we have to go through that evidence.
The priest is dead right outside the door by the bed. Like,
so we get checked in, and Sass is like, I want to go to that cemetery. So I'm like, okay, so we go down there. We need to go through that evidence
I just
too.
wanted to see the shiny lights.
And don't get me wrong, y'all, if you have never seen a Mexican, Spanish, Latin, whatever cemetery at night,
it is so beautiful how they honor their dead.
it is so gorgeous. I just want it. Now, don't get me wrong. If that is something you guys want to experience, let me give you some tips. Okay, don't get out of the car. Don't get out of the car unless you have someone buried. Unless you have ancestors there and you're going to speak to them, make an offering or whatever, it is not your fucking place. Don't get out of the fucking car. Don't take graveyard dirt. Nothing at night. Absolutely not. Okay.
Oh, you couldn't make me take graveyard dirt. All I had to do was step out the car, and what was it like? Within 15 seconds, we were like, nope.
I don't even think you got all the way out of the car. We stopped because, and we were taking video as we went through. We have to go through that evidence because I want you guys to see it. It was phenomenally beautiful. Like, it makes me just like, when you see something so pretty that you're just like, oh, like your whole soul is like, oh, this was probably the most gorgeous graveyard. And I've been to some amazing, amazing cemeteries and graveyards, but it was so beautiful. And I think because what you said, it was so loving the way that they were venerated. But we were going to get out and just
by something that's not that loving.
We were going to get out and just take pictures and videos. That was it. Okay. I stopped the car and she opened the door. I don't think you even got all the way out of the car, and you were like, nope, and got right back in. And we had the windows down because it was gorgeous outside. And I just was like, hey, we're only here to appreciate. We're only here to look at how beautiful everything is. Like, I was being very kind, but it got to the point, it was like, get the fuck out. And so we left. We left, we didn't touch anything. We didn't, we just were there to appreciate. But yeah, it was very quickly a get the fuck out.
I just wanted to see it. It looks so pretty in the middle of the darkness, all
the lights, and yeah.
I just want to see it. I didn't mean no disrespect. Like, I will leave with my life intact. Thank you.
And that's the other thing too. I was taught a different way of investigating, I guess. We just called it ghost hunts whenever I was younger. But I was taught a different way of investigating. And one of the main things that my dad instilled in us when we would go anywhere is, if you're told no, it's no.
You ain't got to tell me but once.
And I mean, you
said no first, like,
right. I mean, you would think that's common sense, but I've seen too many people that are like, oh, like all my hair standing up and I feel like someone touched me or whatever. And I'm like, that means you're not supposed to go in there, but I watch your dumb ass go in there anyway. And then you wonder why you're sick later. That's why. That's why. Like, one of the most audible no's that I've ever had was in Victor, Colorado. And there is an old Freemasons building there. And it's, oh my God, it's gorgeous. There's a big weird history behind it. Like, somebody bought it because they were pissed at the Freemasons, and it's just rot. It just sat there to rot. So we went up on the porch during the middle of the day, me and the person I was with. We went up on the porch, and I'm looking. So the door over here is open because they were doing some construction to just shore up the building, to save the building. And we had permission from the city to go look. And she was like, but hey, like, don't go in because it's dangerous and we don't want you guys to get hurt. It wasn't, don't go in because blah. But yeah, there's shit falling everywhere. Like, obviously be physically safe first. So there's a door open over here. there's a door here that has this massive, gorgeous stairway up front, and you can see the two hand carved doors. And then over here is another door that was glass and shut. It was cracked like this, but it wasn't opening, like the building had settled so much. So we're looking in the open door. I have this on film too. We're looking in the open door. And then I'm looking at the stairway and I'm taking pictures. And I go to look over here and I hear a man's voice go, "No."
No.
I said, "I am so sorry." Because women were not allowed, you know. And I said, "I am so sorry." I literally put my hands up. I backed up. I said, "We just want to appreciate the building." And what's funny is the person that was with me was way over at the under end of the porch. And at the same time, I backed up. She's like, we should leave. And I said, "Oh, did you hear that?" And she goes, "No." She had just kind of peeked in the open door and was taking pictures. And she was like, "All my hair is standing up." And she was like, "I don't want to be here anymore." I said, "Well, let's go then." I was like, "I was just told absolutely not." I know people that would have been like, "Oh yeah, well, we'll go in anyway." Respect is a thing. I mean, like when we were at Hell House and I was like, and it's weird too, after we caught it saying tunnel, and then I went to go down the tunnel. That was an absolute fucking no. I was like, "Okay, well, I'm so sorry." You know, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But I mean, I've had a lot of experiences like that where, why did your camera just jump? That was weird.
Yours has been doing weird things too. I don't know. I was just thinking, like, you don't have to tell me not to threaten my life, liberty, in pursuit of happiness. Like, if it feels off, it's off. And if I was too dumb to touch the rail and you whooped my ass all the way home, well, I've learned a lifelong lesson. Fucking lifelong lesson.
I mean, I'm glad that that whole tombstone thing happened the way it did, because I feel like both of us needed that experience. I feel like you needed that experience for whatever you needed it for, but ditching the hitchhiker, I needed that experience.
So that was a whole like religious journey. It was a whole like walkabout or whatever you want to call it. What
Mhm.
was it took 7 states for me to get to you, and then we took Route 66 basically from one end of the coast and almost all the way back. So
Mhm. Yep.
one end of the water to the yeah.
And
That
when
was
we
a
go,
long, what was it like 14, 17? Like it was
mhm.
almost 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, we were gone from like January, right after my birthday. So like January 14th or so until we were gone almost a month,
No, we were in
because
Louisiana
we were in,
right after Mardi Gras. So it was right after
mhm.
Fat Tuesday. So
Yeah, because you only went home for like a little bit and then came back for us to go to New Orleans.
mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
We need a
almost
Sprinter van. We are raising money for a fucking Sprinter van, y'all.
a tour bus and a driver.
Dude, that right there. That right there. That right there. We need some interns that operate cameras and that can drive a tour bus.
And make coffee and slice fruit.
I mean, today is 4/4, and that's a good day to do some practical manifestations. So that's what we're manifesting.
I'm gonna hold down like hair and makeup crew. Somebody please come fix this camera and lighting. I don't know nothing about it. My hair is not hairing. I don't know what it's doing.
It looks great.
Girl.
I like
Anyway,
it. I like the dark blue. I like it. I like it.
I am manifesting a whole little team of y'all gotta film this because the weirdest stuff, my friend,
Mhm.
my
We
friend,
really do though. Like we really, really do. I love that
and we're funny.
Shauna
Like
with the Doss House has is like, you know, when you're up here and we're going to the cool places that we're going to when we're in Pennsylvania in June, she's like, "I will totally come and film. I will totally come and film." Like we legit do, because there's a lot of shit that's happened off camera that's like, damn, like shit. Yeah.
not just the stuff that happens, but the random the we're just gonna say the randomness and the conversations. Like there's the
Hmm.
conversations that are had are like, what?
Yeah.
But then there's also we're both like ADHD with a little tism. And you don't know, like we get stuck on something
Hyper focus.
Yeah, we get stuck on something, or one little sound gets stuck in our head.
Yeah.
For the next like 3 days, we're like, gonna pet that dog or baby.
I'm gonna pet that dog. I'm gonna pet that dog.
Stupid.
Yeah, like, yeah, the best example of that was when we were at the Tucson Gym Show, and the hotel we stayed at had all these cacti out front. And every time I saw them, I was like, I'm gonna pet that dog because I just want to touch it. I didn't touch it. So for those of you guys who are like, did you? No, I'm not dumb.
So can I pet that dude? Can I pet that cloud? Can I pet that rock?
I'm gonna
Can I
pet
pet
that cloud.
that? It turned into a whole damn series of things.
I mean, but we did kind of pet the clouds. We did. So we were coming back from Vegas. We were going from Vegas down to Tucson, and we came across this little mountain pass, and we were up in the clouds and then down in the clouds, or down below and like this. And so there was this area in between the highway where they were doing some construction, and there was all kinds of shit or whatever. So we pulled over because I was like, I'm gonna pet that cloud, and
so giggly. So giggly.
Yeah, we were. It was fucking ridiculous. We did film a whole road rambling that I've never released. We have actually, I have a few that I've filmed that we've never released.
On that, actually.
The fucking shit.
Don't you have incense lit?
Yes, but I have it lit in here. What caught my eye just now was something like off of here. It looked like it started here and came down. That's why I was like, what the fuck? Like, this incense is kind of weird. And when you light it, it does do those little like flecky, sparky things or whatever, but not after it's been lit.
Beacon. Spotlight. She's a whole I want to say it, but there's these things that I like to call boogers that she's like a green flag for.
Runway lights.
Right? Hauntings. Why I did it like that?
Oh God. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see some of the evidence. I can't wait for you guys to experience some of the places with us, and the way that we are setting this up. Please make sure that you like and follow, all of this good shit. But for those of you guys that want to support us, that want to become a member on YouTube and so on, you'll get access to all of this behind the scenes footage, all the photos, all of it. And there is
a lot
almost 3 years.
Yeah.
That many.
Traveling for about 3 years.
Yeah. You started traveling with me in 2022. Uh-oh, you froze. Or I froze. Son of a bitch. There, you're unfroze. That was weird. Was it? It showed you froze, but
it showed you froze. I was like, hello? Interesting. Oh, no. Don't. We have a lot of technological interference with certain investigations, even in.
Notice how all the smoke is now. I don't have the vent on, the air's not on, and all the smoke is now going in front of the fucking camera.
Cleanse it, baby. Cleanse it.
Oh no, that's probably whatever. That's Beverly.
No, it would be going back towards her, wouldn't it?
I mean, she wants to be on the camera. I have, so the one thing about my office, y'all only see a little bit back here. And to be honest, I haven't unpacked everything because I know I'm going to be moving again. I have the weirdest shit from all over the world, not just the United States. I have railroad spikes from the the railroad that they took Billy the Kid's body. I have railroad spikes from where they dropped the atomic bomb. Well, not where they dropped it, but where they put the atomic bomb on the thing to go drop it. I have Kachina dolls that are interesting. I have all kinds of bones. I've got crazy dolls, and I have shit from all over the world. I have stuff from Scotland. I have stuff from Australia. Like, I just pick up weird shit. I've got a fucking electric chair handle. Like, you know what I mean? So like so you have all of this stuff. And I love when you were talking and you said, how do you say it when you're what is it? God damn it. When you're putting something new on your shelf.
Oh, I don't decorate. I place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a decorator. I'm a placer. I put stuff. I don't fluff it.
Yeah. That
like,
and
placed.
Like I'm that way too. I mean, this row right here behind me is usually books because then I can just turn around and grab the book, you know, and like divination tools are down here. But all of these shelves all the way around have all kinds of crystals and like there's Wilson and crystal balls and, you know, like crazy ass what is that? Crazy ass shit. I'm like, wait, what am I even looking at? Yeah. So I have stuff from all over the place.
I blend mine in, but yours is like you decorate with your weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
I place the weird shit.
I mean, I'll place as well. Like you, there's a doll right here. You can't see her. Like you can't see her. And there's a pigeon right there and you can't see him either. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Like right now you just can't. But I'm real careful about what goes next to each other. Like if I put something there, even if it looks great, but it's like I don't want to be next to that crystal, you know, like I don't.
That's how I the hard way. Put that one whole shelf over there by the door of all of the. Remember, I had all of the quartz, the garden quartz, the Lemurian quartz. Like I had a whole shelf top to bottom.
Yep.
And for some reason, every time I went over there to the back door, right across from that shelf, to smoke, I would get so fucking angry and start like anxiety. Like I feel my heart beating in my throat. Like I want to fight. I want to punch dudes in the throat. Like the hell. Like I want to fire. You're fired. Get away from me. I'll do it. I don't need you to do it. I don't need no like everybody can die. Like what the hell? What the hell? There's a lot of energy piled in that, and most of them were in dire need of being cleansed. Like dire need of being cleansed. It was a whole when I took them all out there and left them for a couple of days, and then I brought them back in and spread them out. Like you go sit with this family, and you go sit with this family, you go sit with that family. My little family of rocks.
I mean, that's kind of what they are. You're not wrong.
Yeah, they're magnifiers, but you don't put all your magnifiers together in one big lump. Like, don't do that.
But think about it. If you look at when you get a new stone, you're adopting that stone. You're adopting that owl, that doll, that whatever. It then becomes part of your little spiritual family of goodies. Like, so you're not wrong.
I have little rock tribes. Yeah, so like all my flower agates over there together, like my pink flower agates all over there together, and I might have towers, a sphere, a couple palm stones, the little mini tower. Like I'm looking over there, little tiny round spheres, like all kinds of things, but they all live together as a little family.
See, and then I'm like, nope, you go here, you go over here, you go downstairs.
I have family collections.
I love it.
Except for blueberry. For some reason, blueberry just ends up everywhere.
Blueberry? What do you mean?
Come here, my love. Blueberry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have lots of big pieces of it. Light's not real good. I have the overhead light off and just the headlight, but
that's pretty.
Love him.
Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and let you go. So that way we can get this released in time. But please make sure that you become a member. Make sure you like and follow and all the stuff because y'all, we caught some shit. We caught some shit.
Like seeing me scared.
We have caught some insane, amazing stuff. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Same
We
things.
debunked a lot of stuff too, though.
We did. We
Yeah,
did.
we debunked a lot.
It always like hurts my feelings when I can debunk something, but at the same time, it makes me happy. Does that make sense?
I don't think because I like to debunk it. Like if it's
No,
if
it makes
it's
me happy.
any possibility that it's anything else, I
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, you can't use that. You can't use that. It's the one.
No, nah.
But I mean, I think that's the way it should be because
Mm-hmm. I
it's
agree.
the ones that have no other explanation
Yeah,
that are the most fabulous.
I 100% agree. I
And I think
100%
people
agree.
hype a lot up and say, "Oh, this was that." Like,
Mm-hmm.
all this camera reflection, or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that irritates me too when somebody is like, I got this great piece of evidence. And it's like, that's obviously yourself reflecting in the window because I can see the camera, like it. Yeah. So, yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys. Before we get off on another tangent, we're going to let you go. And we'll see you guys in the evidence. Welcome to High Beam Hauntings.